Hey guys, we're back for a first play, and the reason I'm starting on this screen is quite simply the installation of Recore. I have recently upgraded my internet, supposed to be, and I still can think I'm going to question this. But anyway, welcome to first play. Obviously, Toz here at Cranky Gamers, and today we're going to be playing Recore. And probably most of you tuning into this are thinking probably exactly what I did when this was released earlier this week, that it got panned. I'll go into the reasons why it got panned later in the video, because I'm going to play quite a bit of this, definitely an hour, maybe even more this time if the game is as good as some may say it is, and this is the point. So while I'm waiting for it to download, I'll tell you my reasons for getting this, because I actually bought this. I didn't get a review copy. They said they'd all gone, believe it or not. But yeah, this is bought by me, so there's no disclosure needed. But what I'm saying is I've made two mistakes, really. Well, one mistake, and you guys on Twitter kindly pointed it out. Me being foolish, I jumped on an email bomb, as probably some of you guys have done plenty of time in the past. But just by the way, looking at the speed of the internet, 46 megs per second is pretty high, although I'm supposed to be on 70 odd now, and I haven't seen that yet, and my 10 days is up I think tomorrow, so I may just be getting in touch with Sky to find out. And I know, to be honest, I know it's going to be a waste of time because they all say it's fluctuation, but I'm actually paying a bit extra for 76, and it states that's from 76 I think, and I think the best I've seen on speed test is about 50. Now they might argue, but I know for a fact on my estate I am one of a very few that's on the fibre. So I think previously, before getting the upgrade, I was on a really decent speed, like 19-20 meg. Sometimes I had 25 meg I think. So I was on a really good speed. But anyway, more about that later, but it's installing pretty quickly. So going back to the game, Recore, why have I bought it? When I turned down the review, and I actually put my review request in pretty late, it was my fault, and I put it in because I completely didn't realise when it was coming out. So what happened was, I was then, when I didn't really think I was going to get it, I obviously then did what I normally don't do on this show and my reviews. As you guys who are regular listeners to Cranky Gamers know, I very rarely look at videos or reviews if I'm going to be playing a game to talk about. I just never have done. I do not like preconceptions of something that I'm going to play or talk about. So I did this time, because obviously I didn't think I was getting it. I had no intention of buying it, because to be truthful, I wasn't aware of the price, which we'll come to in a second. So basically, I started watching Giant Bomb, Brad Shoemaker and Jeff Gershman, two guys I highly respect, especially Brad Shoemaker. I think he is one of the best technical gamers out there, and I have listened to time again that guy talk. That is mind-blowing, some of the stuff he's done in his past regarding gaming and getting into the nuts and bolts of it. It's just something that's really interesting. So what it was, I first listened to their podcast. Their podcasts are as long as ours. I quite chuckle at sometimes the abuse we get for having long podcasts, and especially we rant and talk about stuff that's completely not gaming related. Well, Giant Bomb is virtually identical to us. They talk about food, cars, everything, and chuck a bit of gaming in here and there, but it's one of my favourites. So anyway, I listened to it this week, mainly because they was talking about the PS Pro, and I think we've done with that now, because I am sick to the back teeth with all that hassle that we've had this week, so it's back to this. So what it was, I listened to their podcast, and they spoke about Recore in quite some depth, actually. And I'll come to the problems. Now, I think Brad was playing it on PC, Jeff was playing it on console, or vice versa. They both played the different versions. And apparently, both of them said exactly the same. It's buggy as hell. Like, really buggy. Game-breaking stuff in parts. It literally breaks. Simple as. There are things about the jumping mechanic that you just... I think Brad said he died and it just kept on a loop. There's plenty of problems being talked about. Now, I will say there's an update on this straight away. Whether that fixes anything out the gate, I don't know. Now, you might say, well, Toz, why are you buying a game that, you know, is being slated? And it has been. Well, like I said, I respect these two guys a lot. And I listened to their chat, and something very surprising struck me, as both of them agreed on this and said this. And when I say this, you might think, well, that got to mean something, because you obviously, if you listen to these guys, they know the stuff. So what it was, they basically said this game would be in both of their Game of the Year lists if it wasn't for the bugs, which quite intrigued me. It's something that, you know, if a game's buggy and broken, it literally, you'd lose interest, you'd throw it on the pile and just probably never go back to it. But these guys talked about the game and it interested me, and I think, you know, got my interest, and I thought, well, both of them saying it to be on the Game of the Year list, it's got to mean something. So that then took me further. I jumped on YouTube, and what happened then was the two guys were doing a Let's Play, a first play, and about 45 minutes long. Now, the thing about it, their Let's Play was a good follow-up for me, because I'd listened to what they'd said about the game, and I was intrigued what it looked like. And what was good about their Let's Play, it doesn't start right at the beginning. Mine's going to, because I've only just got the game. Now, they started way into the game, like, I think Jeff, it was his gameplay, and Brad had said he'd finished the game, thoroughly enjoyed it, and then I think Jeff's was 3/4 of the way through it. And I really didn't pay much attention to the actual gameplay and graphics and stuff. I was listening to what they were saying, and everything they spoke about the game, they were gushing about it. And, you know, I glanced at it, and I liked the mechanic, and I loved the way it looked and played, and I thought, you know, it was in the back of my mind. So yesterday, fast forward to yesterday morning, email bombs as usual in the morning. Simply Games, $24.95. Bargain, I thought. Couldn't resist it. What a price. I thought, you know what, I've got nothing to play at the minute. I'm waiting for VR impatiently. My Xbox One S comes, I think, in about 5 days. So that'll be the next thing on the video channel, probably. And I'm also going to EGX, guys, next Thursday, so don't forget, if you want to meet and greet, we can have a sit and a chat and a drink with all you guys. If you're going on Thursday, just hit me up at Twitter at Tozol, Tozol, and we'll have a chat and a meet. We did last year and it was great fun. So back to this Simply Games. Ordered it straight away, bought it, no problem. And it's actually come this morning, which is great service. I think I ordered it about dinner time, and it's here this morning about 8:30. So great one-day service from simplygames.com. I used them years ago. They actually was one of the top sites years ago, and then what happened was I think they folded for a little while and then came back, and they're just as good as ever. So basically, I got the game. Now, I then jumped on Twitter when I purchased it and threw a tweet out there. Guys, just had a cracking deal, Recore, $24.95. And I foolishly put at the end, not bad when you get in the PC version free, because obviously this is one of the first games, or one of the few out at the minute, which is on this new Microsoft Let's Play thing, where if you get the disc, or if you get the game on console, you get it on PC, and vice versa. If you buy it on PC, you get it on console. However, a few of you guys jumped straight back at me and reminded me foolishly not paying attention, and I didn't know this, so I'm either going to learn you something, or I've learnt definitely myself something, and I'm a little bit annoyed. One, foolishly because of myself, and the other, has it been touted around a lot? Well, you guys tell me, and the simple fact is, it's digital only. Simple as. It's a digital only game. I don't mean not only, obviously I've got the disc, it's a digital purchase if you want both swap overs. Now, I looked at this, and the digital price of the game is currently running at $29.99, that's 30 quid. So I've looked at it this morning. Yes, I'm a bit pissed I've missed out on a free PC game. Not that I'd play it, to be fair. I think Ricky would probably jump on it and he'd play it, but I was kind of annoyed because, one, I didn't pay attention, and then two, I thought, well, has this been spoke about in great detail? I didn't think it had. It's probably something I misheard. But yeah, it's a strange one. I was annoyed. Now, $29.99 for the full price digitally. So basically it would mean I've saved myself £6 and not got the PC version. So in theory, I could have paid a £6 extra for a PC version. Am I bothered? A little bit. Am I really bothered? Probably not. But if you didn't know, guys, going forward, I now do, which is a kind of thing that brings us back in full circle to the big discussions that we kind of had. I know I didn't want to mention the PS Pro, but regarding discs and things and moving forward with the digital age, Sony have said their console, they didn't want to put a Blu-ray Ultra HD drive in it because they think streaming's the way to go forward. And to be fair, they're not wrong at the minute. I think 99% of us out there, me included, stream most of our movies and TV shows now. I know I do. I think my devices now I use more than my normal TV. So you kind of get where Sony are coming from, but it's still a strange thing they're not putting a drive in, but we've covered that in plenty of detail. So yeah, I mean, what this is, if nothing else, it's pushing you towards digital purchases again. You know, it's all well and good Microsoft throwing this out there and saying things like, you know, you now get 2 versions. Here's 1 version, here's 2. Little do they that you know you've got to buy digitally. So that literally is 100% forcing your hand to buy digitally. Is this the way we're going? I was going to talk about this on Sunday, but I've obviously got a few more minutes to do this as Recore's still installed. I hope you're not finding this boring. You can obviously fast forward. But I wouldn't be at all surprised, and this may surprise a few of you, but I've been pondering this week, and especially as this Recore digital problem raised its head. I think, seriously, I wouldn't be surprised next year with the Scorpio coming out if it didn't contain a drive at all. And you might think, no way. But we all know Microsoft were at the forefront of this idea when they did their famous E3 backtrack. They was 100% flying down the digital-only platform. And I'm just thinking, if they sit back for the next 12 months and think, well, you know, Sony have been brave enough not to put the Ultra in, saying we're moving streaming forward. Microsoft are shoving PC games and Xbox games down your throat to buy digitally. In 12, 18 months' time, are we really now at that point where the Scorpio will contain no drive? I'm not saying they will, but it's just a little thing in the back of my mind that tells me, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. It will be a very interesting time moving forward. But yeah, that's where we're heading. Anyway, where are we? This might be getting a little boring. It's very hard to kind of chat and podcast kind of on your own. I have done that before. So yeah, where are we? We are at 94% now. Let me check, see if it will run. I know that games do run. Is it going to let me play it? I don't think so. But that literally, now with the new internet speed, has made that absolutely fly down. I wouldn't have been playing this for another hour or so, definitely. As you guys well know, but the speed does matter. And Microsoft, I'm pleased to say, has up their system to make it better. Oh, Ark Survival's got an update. I think I've played that once, by the way. The most controversial game running around at the minute. Bit of a gap fill until we're ready to start. Did you guys, have you heard the news that what Steam done about their reviews? That caused a bit of a hoo-ha yesterday with the indie developments, and it was a kind of interesting chat I listened to from The Know. I follow the Know YouTube channel. It's very interesting, very up on the news, one of the biggest channels out there. They basically were saying that what Steam have done now, and this is quite controversial by the way, that the way the reviews could go on Steam, you could literally, you know, anybody leaves a review, and we all know that it can be abused in some way, and it is and has been without a shadow of doubt. And it brings to mind the Ark game, but that's what triggered it, because people actually went on there and just changed all the review scores to 0 when they did the charging for updates when the game's in early access. But Steam, what they've done, they've now made a statement to say that from now on, any game that has been given with a key, i.e., let me give you an example, indie developers, and they kind of hit me up quite a lot to give me codes, say here's a code of our new game, because they need all the coverage they can get. Don't forget, indies put a lot of their own money into it. It's the livelihood, spend a lot of time and effort, and on Steam, I think it was said yesterday, there's over 3,500 games currently running on Steam, so to be noticed is impossible. So do they abuse the system, handing codes out and people leave reviews? It was also suggested that if you're given a review key, you're obliged to leave a good review. I've never been asked that, never been told that, and I never would do that. Even if they did, I wouldn't touch the game. But basically, Steam are saying now that any game that has been put into Steam by a code, whether it be from a developer, whether it from a review for what I kind of get or whatever, it kind of, what they said was, you cannot leave a review. You cannot leave a review anymore if you've been given a code for that game on Steam, which I kind of see where they're going, but it does hurt the indie developers immensely. But on the other hand, such as us, we get review codes for Steam quite regularly. I can't go... Let me just rephrase it. It's not that you can't leave a review, you can. What they've said is, going forward, that review score you put won't count towards its overall rating. And that, I guess that's fine, because what they're trying to aim for, they're trying to aim for true reviews. And that's it. So, anyway. Right, I've got to take the sound off the TV, because obviously I've got to listen to it through the headphones, he says, and I hope that's working. We shall see in a moment, or I will have no sound. I think one of the complaints on this game as well has been the load times. I'm pretty certain that the guys on Giant Bomb mentioned load times was one of the very, very big problems. And as you can see here, little spinny set has been going for quite a while. So we shall see. So guys, we're hopefully going to start playing some Recore. From the beginning, this is my first play. Obviously, you've just seen it install. I've not touched it. I think I've watched 1 or 2 videos where literally it's the beginning. So I'll let you watch the intro if there is one, and we'll get ready to rumble. Sorry if you hear me drinking, guys. It's warm in this flat. Right, brightness. I always turn my brightness up. I don't know why, it's just something I always have done. Subtitles, do I leave them on? I'll leave them on for you guys, and I'm going to go with it. When you see this symbol, yeah, la-di-la-di-da. It looks nice, by the way, the game does. So let's get on with it. Let me take a note of the time. It's 25 to midday. The loading screens. Have I said something now that's going to start bugging everybody because it's something I've addressed? But and what? Don't get negative juice straight away. Bit of a boring screen to put up while you're loading. Just plain black with a white spinning circle. At least put something on the screen. Yeah, it definitely is to do with loading screens. But I think I did also hear that the developers are going to address it in a patch. I ought to check them again. I think the update has downloaded, I think, for the patch, so I'm not sure. I ought to double check that, actually. But let's just get on with the game, shall we? When it decides to start. The long planet far Eden, long after the dust devil plague on Earth.
Far Eden. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Go on, Mac. It's over there.
But if anyone can set things right, Jewel, I knew it would be you.
Okay, we're looking for a power source.
Apparently, guys,
It's the only way we're going to get our crawler back online.
Wait a minute,
Do you have
gotta
the
change.
scent
You know
map?
me. Got to change my things. I don't do up for up, down for down. It's me. No, that's not logarithm. Let's go. Look under gameplay. Yeah, it is always the y-axis. Inverted. Let's go back. Let's tick up for down, down for up.
Then let's track it down.
Yeah, basically, guys. I mean, to give you a quick bit of an inkling of where we are, what it is. This little creature here apparently is a massive part of the game, and as the game unfolds, it's called Recore because I think you're pulling cores out of creatures that you kill. You pull cores out, and you can upgrade your animal, and you find different animals as well. With what I've seen, it looks really cool. Double jump.
Yep, my exoframe is working fine. Thrusters are recharging just like they should.
Looks really nice though, straight away out the gate. What do you think, guys? So we've got to go full screen. Yeah, apparently the companions are really good. Wow.
There. An opening at the top of the cliff. That's our way in.
Do we shoot this thing? That'll be, yeah.
Scavenger core bites. attacking us!
Supposed to kill this and waste all the ammo. Probably not the best idea. Well, that is my ammo. I thought that was its health. Oh well. That was a waste of time. By the by, I think it's just
Old COREBOT frames. Looks like the scavenger bots have picked them clean.
saw a bit of clip in there at the and the draw distance was a bit pop up. They're going to start dropping stuff out again.
Watch this out, Mac!
Okay. Now do we get up there? Do we have to go this way and go around? I think we probably do. There's no run button I can find so far, by the way. I've tried both left click down and right click down. Neither of which. Yeah, I think.
Alright, let's make our way to the top.
Yeah.
Lead the way, Mac. Right behind you.
Most people on Earth looked at images of Far Eden and saw nothing but rocks and sand. But some of us saw a future paradise.
Okay, that's a bit weird that you can jump upwards that high, but I'm not complaining.
Whoa, careful, boy. It's a long way down.
From what I've gathered as well, what I've seen in bits and bobs and reports, it is about finding dungeons, going in dungeons and doing stuff.
Huh. Looks like this door is missing its power cell box. The little guy must be around here somewhere.
They never ending. Obviously Doodle helps you,
There
because he's
you
going to
are.
be christened.
Let's get you back to your socket.
So are we supposed to pick this thing up? What we're supposed to do? Okay, automatically.
In you go.
Must admit, first impressions guys, it's really nice, really smooth. I like the gun controls and it's looking okay, so yeah, pretty cool so far.
Mac, listen. You hear that? Come on, this way.
What's that doing?
Mac, get back here.
I don't think we're supposed to be...
Mac!
Oh, the dog's gone and... No. The dog's hanging on to that bar.
I'm coming, Mac!
Oh dear. They've took your matey Bob, so obviously that's your next task. Just out of interest, can you... We're not missing things, are we?
A security lattice? What's going on around here?
Use charge shot to deal more damage or hit multiple targets. Hold RB to charge your rifle, then release to fire. Wow. Alright. Hold B. That's how you dash. Hold B to move to dash, so... Oh yeah. I like it. Oh no, that's a bad idea. Oh, I've not died. Okay. So, is it a jump and grab job? Can we make it across there? No, we can't. Okay. First problem of the day. can't see any way out of this problem. Bit glitchy graphic, guys. I've got to say this jumping mechanic's a bit... Do you know what I mean? As you can clearly see, I'm hanging on to what? Literally nothing. It's a bit iffy. Well, how the hell am I supposed to get across there? I have no idea. Really? Do you think that's the what that? That just looked a bit glitchy, didn't it, to me? You know, can I just climb up this wall? I don't like the fogging effects either. It's getting a bit annoying. So guys, we're stuck. So, I mean, that did seem like it would work, didn't it, before? But there's a platform across there I could have made, I guess. So do I do that again? Is that where I go? You see, what bothers me there, if this is indeed the way to go, what really bothers me there is at no point does it give you any inkling that... I wonder if you can dash in mid-air. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Brain just clicked in there. I bet you guys were sat there then giving it some press dash, press dash. So hold left trigger to lock on and then click right stick to extract. This is the that's the mechanic how you get how the cores out of the animals. It's pretty intriguing actually, it's pretty cool. Apparently that's...
Mac.
Oh no, my little buddy's dead. I know he's not dead.
I got you, buddy. Try and be more careful. We're not going to find many friendly bots in here.
Apparently that your companions are really, really helpful later on. Right, so I can be destroying things.
Spider frames! I think we woke up a whole hive. More of them. Too strong to extract.
Maybe you have to shoot it a bit and extract it.
Darn it!
So yeah, it is a kind of mini game. It doesn't work all the time.
Mac, get down!
I told you it could do something.
Didn't know he could do that.
You do now. Jules can command COREBOTs to use powerful lethal abilities. Press Y while targeting to use max dash ability. Christ, it's got a lot going on, haven't we? Right stick, click, pull stick, right stick, dash button B, press Y already. Phew, dear.
Dash in, that away, Mac. Still
Lethal.
too tough to pull. Go get him, Mac. Go get him.
It's kind of... I think I might be missing something with this extract thing, like it's a kind of mini game kind of thing. Let me just try something here. So we get down to... literally, it just is, I'm pulling it, and we can't see any other things that I can do, other than it's just 50-50 chance at tug of war, really, but you are taking energy off it. Right, so you need to weaken it. Right. Okay. Gotta say, this is very manning. To say it's an alien mechanic in the game that's trying to teach you. Just say it. See, it's like kind of when to time it. I guess it's going to be when. I guess that you will learn it, yes, so it's time to practice a bit, like get it down to the white hole, then click extract, pull. So yeah, I think what it is, I think you've got to weaken it to nearly almost 3/4
That's
death.
the last of them. Did you see their frames, Mac? They were all...
Got to say that was a bit
loaded.
manic for early doors, got to say, but it's still okay, we got there.
I don't like it either, but we need to keep going.
I don't know what an E-turner was, but I got none of it, so...
Another missing cell bot. I wonder what scared them all out of their sockets. Let's do a search.
Right, press and hold X to have Max search under the sand in this area. Christ,
You
another
got the scent, Mac?
Gotta say though, it's pretty cool. Look.
Don't worry. We won't hurt you.
I do like it. It's pretty interesting.
See what you can find. There. Feel better? Mac, dig in.
So far, so good. I'm not reading why it's a bit crappy. Very early in the game, obviously, guys. We're only, what, some 15 minutes in.
I know, I hear it too. Power source must be close. Watch out, caterpillars.
See, now there you couldn't get any cores out them. I guess they haven't got any cores, so it's
COREBOTs are much more intelligent than COREBITES. But we designed them both to be absolutely loyal and highly protective of humans.
Huh. I'm getting some really weird readings from that power source. I wonder if it's affecting the other bots somehow. Come on, Mac. The power source is this way. My extractor should work on this door, just like before.
Oh, I just I should have read that. It said something. Right, I'm going to read that because it gives you a tip. So, oh, it's not come on. The tip's not told me. So I must be doing something. Or is it? I think it is. It's just a manner of keep doing it, I guess.
That thing has shields. Maybe my charge shot can knock them out.
Yeah, I've done it. Get out of the way. Whoa. A lot of buttons to be thinking about, guys, early on. I've got to say, we've got virtually within, what, 5 minutes? Nearly every... I think the only button we're not using is left shoulder and left stick click. So in 5 minutes, they are throwing them at you. Like again, it's like any game, I guess. It becomes second nature.
Up there! Look! The power source. It's some kind of core. If we get closer to it, I bet I can grab it with my extractor.
So how the hell are we supposed to get up there then? power source. Hold left trigger to lock on and right stick to extract. Well, I'm not wondering. Was it literally was? Yes, it was.
Come on. Nice and easy. Ow! Dang it.
I've got a feeling we're going to be fighting something here in a minute. Holy. This game is pretty cool.
I guess we'll have to do this the hard
I
way.
know it's early, but
We need to get that core. Let's do this, Mac. Gotta do more damage.
that's it, guys. I've figured it.
Gotcha.
You pull it, keep an eye on your cable. If it's red, you let go a bit. Literally tug of war. You can feel the tension in the thing as well. I'm liking this a lot already.
This
Don't
is
know
the
what you
power
guys
source
think.
we've been
Leave us your
tracking?
comments below. But I'm telling you now, 25
Never
quid
seen a core like this before.
at the minute. This ain't bad.
Have you, Mac? All the colors are mixed together.
I think there's a really good, strong upgrade
Come
table
here, boy.
as well that we're probably going to learn in a minute regarding
See that
these
leg?
cores. Yeah, I'm liking this.
Doesn't look too bad, but I won't be able to fix it here. Can you make it back to the crawler? Okay.
He's got a poorly
go home.
leg. Oh dear.
All right,
Level
Mac.
up. Right,
We got
Mac
what
is
we
now
came
level
for.
3.
Let's head back
Jules'
to the
weapon is
crawler.
level 3. Shall we have a look in the... Not been in the menus at all, have I? I could be missing something completely here. Crafting, quests. Right, what we've got, cores. Can be converted into res fusion in the crawler. Obviously. Blues can be converted into blue fusion in the crawler. So obviously we've got to get to... Alright, what's all Jules' notes? Brilliant mandate scientist creator of the AI's first and foremost. Yeah, okay. So we've got none of that yet. The bestiary. Got a question, guys. Let me ask you a question, okay? I've gone to the thing. Let me ask you a question about these things. Where is it? Where's it gone? Have I gone too far? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not kind of seeing. Right. So, right trigger, left trigger. Here we are. So, notes, basic. God, it's very confusing. So, right trigger. Bestiary. Question to you guys. These are in a couple of games, aren't they? I've seen them before. We've had them for years. Do you guys really ever pay attention to these things? Seriously. I've got to say, in all my, 30 odd years more gaming, I have literally never, or more, you know what I mean? Virtually never ever sat and read these things, because they're so in-depth. Obviously, everybody, I guess you know what a bestiary is. It's literally every enemy you meet on within the game. Now, does it contain any information? Let's read a couple up. The CTPLO is designed for mining operations. Its segments are capable of autonomous operation, even if they have been split apart due to tunnel collapses and other excavation hazards. Destroy the head segment to avoid creating multi-caterpillars. So, the bestiary is very important, or it's interesting, it's giving you the way to kill it. So let's read a bit more. Look, in yellow. Cellbots will come out of sleep when you get close and automatically follow you till you get to their power sockets. Again, you're learning. Creepers, destroy creepers before they get too close. Obvious. Exploder, they look nasty. Did we see any of them? Destroy exploders before they get too close. Again. Floaters, we've seen them. Excuse me, guys. Let me just take a drink. Okay. Destroy floaters before they get too close and detonate. Destroy individual nodes to create holes in the lattice, or use an overcharge shot to destroy the entire lattice. Why would you take individual shots? You'd literally just overcharge and kill it. So what else we've got? We've got weavers. Lethal abilities is the laser sweep, we saw that. Laser sweep patterns become more complex based on the quality of the core that is triggering the sweep. So these cores are pretty important. Comet. Lethal abilities, Flame Rush, we've seen that one. Flame Rush homes onto its target, making it impossible to avoid without dashing. Yeah, I was trying that. That dash button, by the way, in that battle, I meant to touch on it. When you saw me get caught and cornered a few bits in that boss fight then, that dash button was very unresponsive. I was literally tapping it like a madman and it wasn't responsive. Whether I was trapped, I don't know. But anyway, last one, Iron Fang. From here there to the top granite steps, she guards the southern border of the Victor's Domain. So guys, to be honest, bestiary was giving it a bit of a slagging off, but I guess it's pretty important. Contains some interesting things. So let's go to right trigger, which is Jules' notes. Yeah, this is basically what we've been going through. I tell you what I am just going to read though is, I think the core contains sophisticated AI. The servers, the frames dictate COREBOT's capabilities and roles. Right. What I think I need to try and find is just to double check. What is all this? Oh, colourblind. Yeah, now this is interesting. Again, Jeff Gershman, if you don't know, guys, is colourblind. And he talks about it a lot on his show, a hell of a lot. And I must admit, being colourblind and a really avid gamer must be one of the most heart-rendering things ever. Because like a very important thing here. Now, what's really cool on this, and I heard him speak about this, for colour blindness on this, most games now do it nowadays, and you can actually press a button and it will change the colour palette of the game. Because I think colour blindness, don't quote me on this, I'm not up to it, the red, blue and green colours, you don't see them correctly. But this game, it's direction. Colours and direction on your D-pad, so it kind of helps them. Look, the colour assistance indicator is an icon on the target's health bar that corresponds with the affinity selector. Now, this is for later on, so I'm probably jumping ahead of myself. Later on, what we'll get, and Destiny players probably remember this from the thing, you're going to get different enemies that are different colours, and your specific weapon, whether it be blue, orange or red, is the only thing that can kill it. So if you shoot a red one with a blue one, you won't kill it, vice versa, so it's going to be important. Pretty interesting to see it being talked about in this notes when we've not really seen it yet. So, charge shot. It's not that I want the, yeah, we've done that. Have I missed the one regarding, like this thing's in here, look, materials, it's not even talked about yet, and yet they're in the notes. Again, bit weird that they don't explain it to you. Movement, jumping, dashing, lock on. Yeah, energy rifle, extractor, this is the thing I wanted to read. Okay. And then we'll move on. Your exoframe is equipped with an extractor, a claw-like device, many practical applications. Click the right stick while locked onto a target to fire the extractor. Oh crap, I need to get into... Ah, that's it, right. The extractor can be used to pull or dislodge certain objects in the world. As an alternative to completely destroying the COREBOTs, personnel are encouraged to use the extractor to remove their cores, which will destroy the frame but leave their cores intact. Once the extractor is attached to a core or object, pull back on the stick to yank it free. Caution, cores cannot be extracted until they have been sufficiently weakened by damage from your rifle or your companion. The white triangle marker on a rogue's COREBOT's health bar represents the amount of damage that must be inflicted before you can extract their core. Only when the enemy's health is sufficiently reduced can the extractor successfully attach to the target, but it kind of tells you that in the game, don't it? We've seen that appear. Be advised that rogue cores will almost certainly resist any attempt to extract them. Continually pulling the extractor cable while attempting to struggle cord for the extractor loader. Do not pull the extractor when the cable is red, which indicates high tension. Instead, release the pressure, wait for another opportunity to pull. Strong cores may require an extended give and take, and not unlike a game of tug of war. To assist with extraction, keep an eye on the tension device attached to the cable. When the tension reaches you, the rogue core will break free of the frame, but if the tension reaches the rogue, the extractor would attach. Brilliant. That's that thing that was on the rope. Love it. I'm liking this game, guys. I really am. Seriously.
Guess the core was linked to the local security system.
I am loving it. I really am. I can't tell you already. Don't know what you guys are thinking, early thoughts, but it's changed my opinion. Look at this lot. What's this at the end of the pier that's glowing? Something.
Yep, there's our crawler. Oh, home sweet
Acquired,
home.
worn, plated. So you're going to get... So where's this crawler then? What's she looking at? Oh, she's there. There's this big machine. We're obviously going to get across here and get fighting again. Yeah, you get materials. I'm guessing this is going to be crafting. And I'm guessing there's loads of places you can go see. I mean, guys, I am really liking this. And I'll be surprised if you guys aren't thinking the same. Is it really worth me going up there to get that box? How important are they? Do you know what I'm going to? And you're going to probably say, oh God, don't be boring. But no. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's not a spoiler, but it's kind of telling me and watching what Jeff and Brad were telling me earlier. Towards the end game of this, the game actually works by... Where's that gone then? How come I can't see that? Oh, it's there. The way the game worked... Let me see if this guy's going to dig as well.
Go on.
You
can find it.
What they said was, the way that you open dungeons and stuff to do stuff later in the game is by having so many cores or what have you. So it's like a kind of how many you get kind of feeling to what you pick up, like what you can
You got
open.
the set back?
So... And I heard them play that like they did a hell of a lot in the game, but then towards the end game, they didn't have enough keys to open the doors, even though they'd like really hammered the game. So I'm just kind of trying to be aware of that and try and not have the same problem when I get towards the end of the game. Kind of, I tell you what they use the analogy. You know, Mario Galaxy. Remember Mario Galaxy when you needed like things to open doors to open the levels?
More rogue COREBOTs. Don't let him near the crawler. Charge him there. Let him have it. Too strong to extract.
Late mistake, that was a bad mistake. See, these cores are very important as well. Yep, like it. See, figured that one out pretty cool then. Played it easy, played it steady, so it's like not just log on and whack it like a madman. It literally is take your time kind of. Just gonna have a bit of a search around. Oh, do we need to go down there yet? You know what, no, let's go back to the ship, because I think that's part of the, obviously, the game wants you to go to the ship. I think it's going to obviously going to use some of your resources, so, yeah, I think that's where we're heading. Can as well, by the way, I've just figured out
thick hull and redundant systems throughout.
why I was fighting that
last.
then. I could press
Of course,
Y
no one thought
and
they'd
get
be
my
the
dog
last this
to
one.
attack, which was, so that was a thing to pick up on while I was pulling the rope. And I've also got to notice that the blue things are his attacks, so when he does that, Enter crawl. So here we go, guys. I think this is
Get
where it's going to
inside
learn
and
us
see if
some
this
stuff.
core will turn the power back on.
Have a nice coffee. Bad idea. Achievements 30. End of the beginning. I'm still dying to get my 2-point achievement to round my number off, but we won't go into that. It's my OCD. And I say it every capture, I keep meaning to turn notifications off, guys, so anybody that appears in my videos, if you don't want to appear in the videos, just give me a notice and I'll try and get it out somehow in the editing. Look at the loading screen, guys. Anyway. I think it's got a bit of a Bioshock look to it. No?
Hope
Is it
this
just me?
works.
Anyway, we're going to find out what all this core business is. First thing, it's powered the ship, which is cool.
Weird. Doesn't look like it lost any energy at all.
Well, guys, I'm going to say something so far. How far? 25 to, what, half an hour
Hey,
into
kiddo,
this game?
if you get this message before you go to sleep,
I've not seen any
Sweet
problems
dreams.
that's warrant us a
not,
bad score so
wake
far.
up already. It's been 200 years. Listen, I just wanted to tell you I've got a little more work to do here. But they're holding a space for me on the next evacuation fleet. And I'll meet you on Far Eden, just like I promised. Don't worry, Joel. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, Mac. Nothing is going according to plan. I mean, look. Pylon in the next sector is offline. Now that we've got power, we can unlock the gate, go over there and check it out. This report says the pylon's been offline for 96 years? So why didn't we wake up right when the problem started? We're the closest maintenance team, right? What happened, Dad? Where are you?
I'm liking the
Where
story
is
as well.
everybody else?
You guys know me, games with stories get me hooked, and I can tell you now, I've got that feeling
Come on,
already.
Mac.
I'm into this, hooked
Get you
in, it's
fixed
got
up.
me. I'm playing this,
And then we both need to fix that
probably to the
pylon.
end. I like it a lot, unless it gets very frustrating towards the end. Okay, no, new text log. See the log for more information. New dungeon.
Come on over to the
see map.
workbench, Mac.
Right then, workbench is telling me, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's go through all this lot. Right, crafting. We're obviously going to start crafting in a little while. Enables connection to climbing rails. Drops from oh right, cool. Provides sophisticated sense of smell. That's obviously going to be a upgrade for my doodle. Provide pressure for hydraulic systems. Drops from, tells you what they drop from. I like that idea as well, even though are you going to know what kind of animals or monsters that you're fighting. We know about the cores, so what else? It said let's look at the logs. No objectives yet. There's your crew, because later on, by the way, your crew, you can change your animal, and I've seen some really cool bots that you get later, guys. Look, I'm liking it. I know I keep saying it, but what's not to like? Seriously, what is not to like so far? I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just go back into it, because it said look at the logs. I wanted to get away. That's it. Let me just... I think I've made a stupid error there. Stupid schoolboy mistake. Right, close the notes. Open the notes. 43. 20 of 43. So have I seen them all? That's basically telling me everything. Oh, audio logs. What about audio logs? Are these just the ones that was been spoken of? Oh, we haven't got any. That's what they are. Audio logs. Okay, so the yellow button is on inventory. We're missing something that I've not looked at in the inventory. Oh no, it's just these cores. I hate inventory things that do that. What do you got? You know when you've got it's obviously telling you a yellow dot tells you you've not looked at something. So I've got to come in here to satisfy my OCD and literally just scroll through everything to look at. Right, so we have a look at the map. Oh, that was well worth it, was it? Oh no, we can zoom in. No. Oh, it's because I'm in my ship, innit? I'm in the crawler. Yeah, okay. Right, workbench. Use the workbench. is where? Is this it? Yep, it is. Okay, let's see what we can do, what we can create. This is the workbench. Jules can research, equip new parts, change loadouts and upgrade air core bots, research the blueprint and replace Mac's broken part with the new one. Okay, so research. So we are researching the K9 unit. You saw all the empty spots ready there. Right, blueprint selection. Press A to research the new part. Oh, we've got parts there as well, look. What is that? Ah. I don't get that. Is that the same thing? Oh, is that the overall... Oh yeah, all K9 prints and they're the individual parts. Heads, forelegs, hind legs. Right, so if we just go to all, press A, research blueprint. Do you want to spend the required materials to research this blueprint? So what materials is it telling me I've got to use? Does it tell you that somewhere? Oh, tell you, bottom corner. So we need 2 of 2, 1 of 1, 1 of 1, and 15 red fusion. Okay, we'll do it. It's obviously one we need to do that. Right. Good job. Now equip the part on max frame. Press B to back out of this menu. So, wait a minute then. So now equip the part on max frame. Press B to back out of... So is it telling me to... Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So once you've made something, you have to equip it. A bit backward, but why that can't be in that menu, I don't know. It's a bit... Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah, I can't say something like that. Bugs me a bit. Select the foreleg slot and press A to equip the new part. So forelegs. Press it. We pick that part. Look, it's got the new bit and it gives his stats a boost. Like it. Yeah, I get it. You're upgrading your little animal. That's it. Apply the change and exit the assembly screen. Save loadout. That's a bit deep, innit? All that. Especially when you're going to have a lot more to choose from. So anyway, Mac is ready to go. Press B to back out. I just want to have a look at... So I can't back out. It's literally telling us the tutorial for that was just done. You have additional blueprints in your inventory. Gather the required materials and return to the workbench to research and equip new parts. Keep your eyes open for blueprints as you explore Far Eden.
Oh, okay, Mac.
Right.
Ready to help me fix that terraforming pylon?
New objective. New hunting challenge. Okay, so there's quite a lot that's just been triggered. Objectives. After waking from the cryo sleep for centuries, later than expected, Joel learns that a nearby pylon has failed. The pylons were meant to tame Far Eden's violent sandstorms, but contrary to what Joel's father, Dr. Thomas, said in his message, things are definitely not going according to plan. Blueprints, I'm not tracking any. Display blueprints. Blueprints. Red Bear Bones, blueprint Red Bear Bones head, and Red Bear Bones. So, does that mean they're in that area then? Okay, bit of... So, hunting challenge as well. Destroy 5 enemy COREBOTs with blue lethal attacks. So I think that's your dog. If we make the dog attack. Oh Christ, there's a lot to be taken in, guys. Each time the crawler has entered, the core shards and loot in the inventory is automatically transferred to your crawler stash. You can check your stash at any time by using the workbench. Right. Again, weird. Let's just go back in the workbench. I just want to check the blueprints. It says we've got other ones. What's the stash as well? Is that all you... Ah, okay. Yeah. I've got you. So, blueprints. It said we've got more. Oh, right. I've got you. These are the blueprints we've got, and we haven't got enough materials to make the others. Look, it tells you in the bottom corner what we're lacking. Okay, I get it. Although, where did we get them blueprints from? They like kind of just appeared, but by the by. COREBOTs, we can go into Mac and have a look at everything that it does. Yeah, we know that. And the last one, core fusion. Right, make your friendly cores more powerful by fusing them with the cores you have extracted from COREBOTs, as well as any core shards you have collected. Red will upgrade your core's attack. Yellow will do your defense, and blue will improve your energy boosting for lethal attacks. Each time your COREBOTs level up, they can be infused with more fusion energy, so make sure to upgrade your cores with enemy cores. Jesus Christ, there is a lot going on. Is there not a lot going on? Can we do something? You see, when you're doing things like this, when they throw a lot at you, you want to be knowing what is kind of... So I can increase his attack, can I? By using... Or have I not got enough? Let's just try it, shall we? See what it does. Oh yeah, I've spent one. So them red cores look in the top corner. If I do that... Ah! And his defense is 91 blues. So that basically is his health. Yeah, I can see it on the right. So that's his health. Give him a bit more stronger attack. But the thing is, the question is, do we just pile them all in? Do we level them? Do we just bung everyone in? Or not? Them yellows look rare, don't they? I'm going to say one of them. See, I don't know whether to use them all or not. No, I'm not going to use them yet. But we'll accept his changes because it's made him a bit stronger. Don't know whether we should do them all or not. But they're chucking achievements at me like it's gone out of fashion. I don't want to exit call yet. I just want to check a couple of other things. That's the workbench. What's this thing? Obviously not doing yet. Can't do there. What's Dougal shouting at? Or is he not shouting at anything? Nothing there, so I'm guessing...
Look. Our transfer plate is powered up, too.
Oh. What? What's the transfer plate? But I think it's just oh, wait. Use console. Let's use this. Access denied. Vault security protocol in effect.
Security protocol V10LT? Yeah, I've never heard of it either. But we can't use the transfer plate as long as the protocol is active.
So I'm guessing it's later on. Friendly COREBOT can be called back to Jules by tapping X. Just throw more controls at us. Fire the rifle in short bursts to stay accurate. Holding right trigger for too long will cause more misshots. I ought to time these loading screens because they're all pretty heavy, I've got to say. If a lethal attack causes the killing blow. Okay.
The pylon is in the next sector, Mac. Let's get going.
See map. Wait, there's some more doodles, but I want to look at... That'd be a quick button for my map. Okay, so what's that? Supply cache. It tells you, oh, there's cores. So these are the cores we can pick up. That's where we've got to go. What is that? Requirements. See, this is like the kind of key things you need to enter a dungeon, kind of. Tells you, look, what's inside it. Tells you what you need, level 25. That's like miles away, so... There's a core there that I've missed. Should we try and go in? Can you lay a... I bet you can you lay a... No, you can't. You can't lay anything down, so that's a bit of a letdown. So... This core's to be picked up.
Do it! Mac, do it! Go get him.
I'm dead. Jesus. Okay. That was a bit manic, wasn't it? I've got to say, in the battles that we've done so far, that there's been a lot going on. You know, it just hasn't left you just a nice, comfortable battles. It's literally thrown 3 or 4 or 5 enemies at you straight away, and it's like really manic. So, but that sent really tough, like straight off the bat. Oh well, let's try again this time. I think what I'm trying to do are probably a little bit too much there. I'm trying to like pull the core out every time. Now, is that a necessity? Should I be like polishing 2 or 3 off and then just getting a core from the last one? I don't know. But these cores look very important. They're obviously the, you know, the currency to upgrade your items and everything. So who knows? I don't know. There might be a different tactic. Because I'm like trying to attack one, get its health down to get the core. In the meantime, I'm getting attacked from all other places. So maybe a different
The pylon is in the
attack.
next sector, Mac. Let's get going.
I'm just going to look down here though.
Give him a shot.
Oh shit.
Over here, Mac.
That one too.
Need to weaken it first. Go get him, Mac. Still too tough to pull.
And that is a mechanic that I think you're going to really have to, you know, like trial and error kind of thing.
Back to me.
Okay.
Mac, dig in.
I mean, how relevant is this? I mean, is it going to find stuff everywhere, or is it just when we find them funny, like, kind of holes in the floor? Nope. Where did I see that thing up there? Right, should we head down this part then where these crazy things were? Because these were tough.
Get him, Mac.
See, it's tactics, it's weird, it's... And I also have seen nowhere yet where you can heal yourself. I tried the down button then. What's the down button on the D-pad? I tried that earlier. I thought that might have been heal, but obviously not. Do we have a dig around it? Oh, there's a purple thing up there. Should we try and find out what that is? That's really helpful. Yeah, that's really helpful. Thanks for that. Right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and see what this is. Prismatic core. So let's try and find... I'm right near this thing, so there's no way I can go there yet. But I'm going to mess about here a minute. Apparently there's a supply crate and some cores. Let's try and... So apparently they're behind me. I don't like the fact that I cannot... like, I can't mark the map. Because what you... And there's no shortcut for the map lot at all. Yeah, there is. The shortcut is the share button. So where am I? I'm right next to this core lot, right near it. So, okay. So apparently it's just to my right. Is this it? No? See, very confusing. So now I've gone past it, look. I know this is a bit probably boring video, guys, but I just need to obviously check this out. Well, I'm virtually stood on it. Is there anything above me? Is it up there? Do we try and dig?
Give it a look.
What? What do we do? No. Try and shoot this thing here. So, guys, that is pretty weird. So where is these cores? A prismatic core. Not quite sure where they are, guys, to be fair. What do you think? Like, is that one above my head? Is it up there? I'll tell you what, I can see some weird tracks and stuff, so let's just have a bit of a delve in here. Probably can't yet, but we shall see. This was the kind of jumping mechanic I saw on the other guys' videos, and it was like really weird. That they could climb rocks. I can hear something glowing as well. Can you hear that noise? I don't know if you're picking it up on the video. There is definitely a glowing sound, or a weird noise. And I don't think I can climb it. But I do believe that's where the core is, definitely. But I just don't think I can get up there. Maybe I can. And there's also a thing across there, look, that might be worth a visit. I think this is a mechanic later on, something I can upgrade myself later, that you can actually click onto that and she climbs like a ladder. So yeah, I don't think I can get up there yet, but I'm going to try and get up here. I know I'm wandering about and not going on the place, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably search this area and then stop the video, because if you guys are really interested in the game and obviously want to buy it, then I think, you know, just this first area without moving on with the game is quite... I've got some health. Jules' health has increased, so... Yeah, so I think I might just do an investigation into this for a little bit. I don't want to enter the crawler. Where am I on the map? I really want to try and find... I mean, that core there, look, is... That looks like it's sat on a rock, if this map is anything to be believed. But that looks like it's in the open, so why can't I get it? Or am I trying to basically run before I can walk here? Is that what I'm doing? So, slightly forward. and turn round this way. So, do you guys think it's up? What are you thinking? I don't know why I'm asking you, because otherwise I've got no chat open. A bit stupid, but is it in here? Am I missing something in here? If I walk to this place and look at the map, does that? No, it's way off it. That's like here. I mean, look, I'm on the map now. Last chance, last look for this, then we're going to call it a day. I've been doing this video an hour. Although I think the first 10 minutes was just me yakking, so I might go a bit longer. So, to the right, there, do it again. Slightly right, and do it again. It points to that rock with the green stuff in, I'm sure it is. There, look, I'm sure that's it. So this rock here, I'm stood on top of this rock. Right in the middle of it. So it literally is, it's got to be this.
You got the scent, Mac?
So, and there's marks on this, look, weird stuff. I've just got a feeling that nothing I do. I think it's something I'm probably trying to run before I can walk. So, shall we just head forward, and we'll see, obviously, later on. I have no doubt we're going to come across some nasties. See, look, right, and there's some more green rock. Where's this taking me? See, this is taking me into that dungeon where it's level 25, I think.
This is Dr. Julius Roldan, Chief Scientist and Far Eden Project Leader. Today is April 17th, 2053, the first day of my first shift on the surface of the planet. All the other teams landed safely and are sleeping in their crawlers. Forecasts predict a break in the storms a few days from now, so I should be able to receive transmissions from Mandate Mission Control. Of course, they'll be decades old due to the distance between Earth and Far Eden, but I'll take any news I can get. In the meantime, I have plenty to do. First, see how many of the COREBOT advanced units are operational. Mankind has a whole new world to build, and we can't do it on our own.
I'll have to initiate the manual override since our hunk of junk is buried in the sand.
Oh, that just broke. Thought that was going to blast me to the top.
And we're in.
Here we go, next part. I will play about 5 more 10 minutes, guys. Let's give you a little quick look at this next main part of the game, and then I think we'll call it, because if you guys want to play it, like I say, there's no point sitting watching me. But if you are interested in me covering more of this game, I might do another follow-up video, or 1 or 2 if you're really into it. I'm not going to sit and do a let's play like right through it, because it's too resource taking. It's hours to get a video up. But like I said, guys, please like and subscribe these videos. I'm doing a lot of them. I'm doing way more hours, and it's like so time consuming, and you know, the likes are going to get me noticed, and I see that the views aren't that good, and it's kind of disheartening. You know, I do the podcast every week, and I'm putting these videos up, and it's the likes that get you noticed, nothing else. You know, and retweets and stuff like that. It's, you know, if you're liking what you're watching, it's all it takes, a second to like, click subscribe, and
Far
anything
Eden
else
was
like
the
that.
closest planet with an Earth-like atmosphere. It wasn't perfect, but it sure had potential.
Come on, Mac. The pylon is just over this ridge. Rush in. Let him have it, Mac. Last shot.
Oh, too much. Idiot.
Stay alert, Mac. The COREBOTs in this sector look corrupted too.
I really like this game to do. It's really surprised me, and why this has been getting slated
Pylon.
so far.
It's totally grounded.
That is a massive structure.
I know, Mac. Let's get to the pylon before that storm hits.
Oh, a storm is approaching. Can I make it across there? Can I? Storm shelter, enter the pylon.
That structure is the pylon's control center. Or what's left of it, anyway.
Shit. The targeting for the little animal is like the targeting. You can just tap X though, it's pretty back.
Do it! Take him out, Mac.
Where are we getting shot? Why that let me... I've seen that. You've got
Someone
to
must
keep
have
it...
modified the frames.
Yeah. You can do an instant extract. Now why that pops up yet, I don't know. I've seen that before on some of the videos, like an instant extract, like pretty awesome. Tell you, the jumping mechanics in this game are really weird, really strange. Like there's some places you get to that probably in other games that you don't think you would. And I've heard that said on the other videos I've watched. Like the jumping is a little bit strange at times.
Are those canine frames?
Where?
They don't look like any I've ever seen.
Oh, what are we looking at? Does she mean that really big thing? No? I don't think I'm supposed to go this way because it just takes me way over. May as well take all the resources because it's obvious the resource heavy game. Heavy, but
Rats! Too strong to extract.
I keep pressing the wrong button, guys.
Darn it!
Oh dear, I keep pressing the wrong button. Keep pressing the right stick down that does the extract. Where's the doodle gone? Probably just in a place where I don't... Oh no, I'm in the right way.
The storm's getting worse. We need to get inside, quick!
No, keep calm.
Once the pylons were up and running, we figured it would take about 200 years to stabilize the environment. Of course, if any of the pylons fail.
Somewhere I don't
All
think
bets
I'm
are
supposed
off.
to be going here, but I can't resist a flashing.
Over here, Mac.
That I can do bugger all. Yeah, I know I'm coming. This is obviously the way you're supposed to go. It's forcing you this way.
store's all powered down. Wonder if I can use that core we found to give it some juice.
Right, so... this is the point I was telling you. You need to spend the cores that you pick up to get in. So I need 1 core, level 3. It tells you that you need level 3 dog, 1 core, and there's no treasures inside. So you click enter, you use the cores you picked up. And that's the kind of like Mario Galaxy kind of feel. So it is all about the cores, so it does pay to, when you're destroying animals, get the cores out of them and not just destroy them. So that's it. Anyway guys, I think this is a pretty apt place to end this first Let's Play of Recore on Xbox One. I've got to say guys, I don't know what you think. Please hit me up on Twitter at Tozol, crankytoz@gmail.com if you want my email. And also the Cranky Gamers podcast that's every Sunday night at crankygamersuk.net. If you want to support this show and the videos and everything that I do, hit us up at patreon.com/CGUK, where there's a $1 pledge, or more if you wish, or nothing if you even do so. I don't ask you to do it, it just is one of these things nowadays that a lot of people do, and it does go towards the costs of the servers and stuff and the internet prices that I have to pay. It's not free. So anyway, Recore, let me know what your thoughts are, because I've got to say, I'm absolutely
feels good to
super
get out of that storm,
surprised. And so far, what are we, an hour into the game that I've been playing, and it has really surprised me. I've not hit any problems. Obviously controls are, are in your face, but it's a learnable game. It just is what it is. I'm very, very surprised at what bad press it's got. Obviously, I'll probably have more views on Sunday on the show, because I'm now going to probably play this until Sunday. And as I said earlier, if you want me to put more of this video up later on the game, as I say, hit me up on Twitter and tell me your thoughts, and if you want me to put more up. Anyway, that's it. I have all the links. I've done them and finished. I've really enjoyed this first hour Let's Play, so let me know what you think, because I, for one, pretty surprised. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Bye for now. Bye.